You know what's funny is fat lesbians are more conservative than Jeff Dye. They're wearing like biker jackets and getting in fistfights outside bars. They're like eating out pit bulls and making creamed corn in big weird pots and going to jail and just committing domestic abuse. They're running valet companies. They don't know the fuck you are, Jeff. Only losers who are obsessed with hating comedy, much like myself, know who you are, Jeff. That's all it is. Give it up for Very Good Clips. Go subscribe to them. They're making money now.
My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?
I mean, the show's been bad for a while, right?
I've never liked that show.
Yeah. It's been entertaining. I think it's gotten ahead of itself. Well, let's watch the David. Oh, so apparently there's a big chunk cut out with David Lucas and Jeff Dye arguing.
Oh,
that was
okay.
The big drama.
It was all cut out?
Cut it out, yeah.
What was Rick Glassman mad about? That?
No, it was Jeff Dye and Lucas. So according to the Reddit, Jeff Dye, like months ago or whatever, like went up to David Lucas after a show and was like, "You offended one of my friends. You should apologize." And then David Lucas on Kill Tony was like, "You cornered me in public and made me look stupid by asking me to apologize for a joke."
I thought Jeff was anti the cancellation stuff and being offended.
I don't think he believes anything.
Oh.
Does he watch?
Jeff Dye?
He always pops into green rooms and he's always like, "Man, it's fucking crazy. They keep hiring black people and I can't get jobs anymore." I'm like, you had a network TV show.
Is that true?
You're on Fox. Yeah, he went around with the NFL guys and they like traveled the world.
I didn't know that.
I'm like, that's way more than you ever deserved.
He's also like very good looking and
yeah, and dating the fucking Jeannie Buss's daughter.
Mm-hmm. And he's just another guy that I'm like, yeah, he just learned how to be conventionally good at stand up. It's not remarkable.
Yeah.
He learned how to do the beats and the rhythm. He goes, what do people want me to talk about? What do I do?
What's a buzzword
He never
I could
carved
say?
a different thing. Yeah, it's all horseshit.
Yeah.
I am interested. Let's see. Oh, Hans Kim was on. My favorite. Tony getting annoyed by Rick. Cam, N-word, 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 white chick, N-word, 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 audience. See, the people are hate watching this show.
Yeah, oh yeah.
People don't like this show. They don't like it.
Well, I mean, this has 1.3 million views. I think the majority of people like it.
Well, all the top comments are just shitting on the show and hating it.
Yeah, I think the internet hates it. I think regular people, like my brother's girlfriend came to the comedy store with me and was like, she only cared about Kill Tony people.
Really?
There's people out there that like the show. Dude, I met a fucking lady at the park, the dog park. This woman was probably 70 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I had the first women's sketch group in LA history. And she goes, I'm just sick of how PC... She goes, I'm sick of how PC comedy's become. I found this really funny guy on TikTok. His name is Tony Heathcliff. And he's not PC at all, and I love him. And I only found him through this other guy who's not PC at all, David Luke. And she goes, I love David Luke. He's so funny. He's not PC. She goes, do you know those guys?
Oh, that breaks my heart.
I was like, yeah. I was like, there's good you can find good comedy that's not fucking PC.
For sure. Yeah.
Just look a little bit.
Maria Bamford's still great, by the way.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, you know.
I mean, I would consider
myself... Or you're
myself
saying not PC.
Not PC.
Oh, yeah.
There's great not PC comedy that's not fucking this dog
Anthony
shit.
Jeselnik.
Yeah.
David Lucas.
Hannah Gatsby.
Fuck. That's funny stuff. But Tony doesn't have to sell that pussy anymore because he gets to upload that pussy. Hit it.
All right.
Rick Glassman, you got the sweater on of a nigga that got 3 cats. Shut your motherfucking ass.
That is true.
That motherfucker got 3 cats and a goddamn ball of yarn in his.
Oh, that's good.
Not a single joke would land by David if he couldn't say the N-word at the end of it, by the way.
Yeah.
His living room.
It's a cheat code.
Fuck you talking about with that dumbass sweater on, bitch. You look like one of them kids at the elementary school whose mom is a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Jeff.
He definitely writes all these before he goes up, by the way, and just keeps acting like
he reads them on Twitter and then he goes and says them in real life.
Yeah, which is where he gets his act from, by the way.
I thought that nigga from One Direction.
By the way, if you don't have standards as a stand-up, you could go out. Me and Connor were talking about that last night. You could just go up and be like, just do jokes at the top of r/comedy Reddit, just basic observations that have been memes for 10 years, and you go up and crowds just eat it up.
I've been doing like what I do is I watch Michael Blaustein videos and then I'll just reword those and that becomes my comedy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Killed himself. What? Why the fuck are you here? What the fuck are you doing here, bitch?
That guy was really hot, though. I don't understand the joke.
But you hot. You like 1987 hot. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
This nigga look like he just bet $100,000 on Seabiscuit. Yo ass.
Rich, hot. I don't get the jokes here.
He's pre-writing all of these roasts and going out and acting like they're off the dome.
Yeah, he's a genius.
When David Seabiscuit, he eat biscuit.
This nigga Glassman again.
Oh, do Glassman again?
There's one guy saying in the chat, quit talking shit about David. You know he's our next guest. What does that mean? This is from someone named Joblob. I never know what they're fucking talking about. I'm constantly being trolled by these people.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I don't know why.
The hell they put me through.
You're such like a wholesome, regular guy. I can't believe you.
I am. You came in, you were talking to my wife who was baking in the kitchen. She was holding a baby. I mean, I'm just a regular guy. A regular guy in the suburbs. What's so funny about that?
Nothing, man.
I'm a wholesome guy. I have kids.
Yeah,
I have,
kid.
a kid.
Yeah.
I have a wife, a beautiful wife.
Sure.
We own one car. We have 2 dogs.
Yeah, I don't understand why they would troll you.
I'm saying I'm a wholesome guy.
It makes no sense to me. I know. I'm on your side. I don't get it.
I'm not twisted.
I know.
I'm wholesome.
You're regular.
I'm regular. I'm vanilla.
Yeah. You don't
Fag.
Yeah, look at his ass.
I like this.
Yeah. This guy looks like he rapes pedophiles.
Dude, Tony is just so insanely unfunny. I mean, it's
What's
just...
not funny about that? Rapes pedophiles?
I don't even know what that means, by the way.
Yeah, he has sex with pedophiles, not consensually.
Who's he saying that about, Jeff or Rick?
It doesn't matter. It's 2 words that are funny.
It's the word rape and pedophile. The only person I respect up here is Brian Redband.
Yeah, same.
Swear to God. I'm not even doing a bit.
Do you ever watch the moments where Redband says a joke or makes a sound and Tony immediately is like, fucking stop that?
Yeah,
Right in front of everybody.
He's an abusive asshole to Redband.
I know.
Redband's such a sweet, innocent man.
I wish Redband would quit in like a dramatic way and fucking delete all the YouTube channels.
I
and
hope
all the
Redband
shitty
has half of
runs.
the show.
He doesn't. There's no way.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
The doing the tech for this show as long as he had, he should have.
I
had.
know he makes a shit ton of money off of it.
Fuck, I talked to. I know like the exact. I know the exact amount of money they're making this year just on ads, and it's. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. And I'm like, fuck.
I'm gonna come.
It's funny that Redband like lives in a house and is married.
Janitor.
Huh?
It's funny Redband lives in a house and is married, and then Tony lives in.
Well, to an Asian.
Sure, but Tony still has to go home alone in his apartment every night.
This is what you know.
And
What,
he turns to Redband. He's like, "Fuck you, Redband."
you know what Tony does when he leaves the mothership? By the way,
What?
people have told me he does this. He goes, "Okay, who wants to go back to my $3.5 million condo?"
Where he has like a throne.
Yeah, he has a throne that has his initials on it.
Yeah.
I swear to God,
They said everything in his apartment has his initials.
has his initials on it. Yeah, I've seen pictures. He's the biggest fag to ever live. He's like the biggest fucking.
Yeah.
But if you want to get in at the mothership, like you have to
You
like.
have to kiss the ring.
Well, he has pool there now, so he's controlling who comes in and out. It's like the
He
guy
runs
is
everything.
He has nothing to do with comedy.
Yeah.
He doesn't even do comedy on his own show.
Yeah.
Everybody else has to do comedy, and he tells them how shitty they are.
Well, also his mentor and his fucking hero also doesn't do comedy on his own show. Seems to be a trend.
Yeah, the 2 biggest comedy shows, the hosts don't do comedy.
Yeah.
And they don't seem to understand it either.
Yeah.
But hey, they just gave a fucking hungry wolf a chance. You know what I mean? Did you see that video of him?
Yeah, can we stop? I'm about to move to Austin. This is gonna ruin.
Wait, are you actually moving?
Yeah, next month.
Are you actually? Because you did move and
no, I'm not gonna fucking move there.
I mean, I went down there.
As much as I love to be in the club with the history in the walls.
Fuck.
And perform in a movie.
So I went down. I did my first like headlining thing at the Velveeta Room.
Yeah.
It was great. The people came out. It was amazing. It was a great
creamy.
show. Huh?
It was creamy.
It was. Yeah, it was cheesy. And talking to Gardini and those guys, like, you know, just talking pretty much to every comic. I won't single him out. Every comic was like, they're scared to say anything about Tony.
Yeah, you can't. You literally
Tony
can't.
controls this. He controls that. I didn't know he had a pool deciding like who gets spots, and everybody. There's thousands of comics there that are desperate to get into the Mothership.
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
people are moving there day by day by day by day. I think the rest of the Philly scene is now moving to Austin. I think Rainey's moving there, Butterly's moving there. They're all gone. And then I get called a faggot because I live in LA.
Yeah, they
go, I can't believe Ben. That's what they're commenting on the Elephant Graveyard thing. They're like, yeah, I like Ben, but he lives in LA, which is pathetic.
Yeah.
Like we're some cuck libs because we live in Los Angeles.
I mean, that's what it's going to be for a little bit, and then we'll fucking people realize that it's not that.
I guess. I just. I'm not going to move to Austin.
But comedy did get bad in LA for a little while. And we're like coming out of it now. I mean, it's just the young people have to know who we are, but there is like a really good comedy scene out here. I mean, people hate on the store. It's like if you see the guys that I see at the store, the young people going up at the end, we are good. And we aren't like fucking cuck liberals. We're funny.
You're a cuck. Yeah, but if people think if you live in LA, you're like a cuck lib.
Sure. But I mean,
coastal lib, elitist.
That'll change once our shit start popping and whatever. Once we start our own Legion of Skanks.
Like, what's it fucking matter where we do our shit from?
I don't know.
I don't know what it matters. Who gives a shit? It's just the internet now.
LA forever.
Let's move to Austin. I went into the Mothership, by the way. I went in the green room, and then like 2 days later, they sent out a whole thing. They're like, hey, guests are not allowed in the Mothership anymore and stuff. I wonder if it was because I was there.
I was on the shows and was not allowed in the green room. I'm on the shows.
But I'm friends with everybody. So like Kurt and people are like, Ben, and they want to see me and talk to me, and they're inviting me back there. They took my phone out of the thing.
Yeah.
Out of the Dave Chappelle sleeve.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like bursting back there. They're like, oh, I want to talk to you. Come back through here. Like, I'm friends with the comics. So it's, you know, but it feels fucking really weird there, man.
It is weird. It is weird. It's weird to be promised if I move there, they'll take care of me. And then I'd host a sold out weekend and get $100. 4 shows. I'm like, really? This is worse than most clubs.
If people knew what comics actually paid, like up and coming comics, it's unbelievable.
Well, he's like, and they preach that they're like finally giving comics a fair wage. They're giving like Gillis a fair wage. They're paying him a shit ton of money.
Yeah, well, he needs it.
Right. They're not paying the real guys that need it. I'm like hosting at the Mothership, this place where they talk about money all the time. $100.
You sound like a fucking bitter. You're a hater. You're actually a hater, and you're really bitter.
I became a hater. Yeah. I mean, most of my best friends do comedy there.
You're just a fucking hater, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they're all rich and getting up every night and making a shit ton of money, and I'm fucking sad on my couch. So.
Neil Brennan has a brother, right? Kevin Brennan. So apparently, and thank you to whoever sent this to me. I forget who it was. So I believe Kevin, who's Neil Brennan's, Kevin also does stand up. Okay, he had Jeff Dye call into a show and admit he lied to Rogan. We got to hear this.
Jeff, you're on the air.
What up, doggy?
I've not got to hear this yet.
The truth is, I was maybe talking out of school saying that I was going to move to Texas because I was all excited about looking for homes. My fan base, not to brag, Kev, but they've got money. Like a lot of like conservative rich people like my comedy. So I thought it was going to be this kind of like, we're all afraid of big, scary Gavin Newsom. Let's flee California. Like, I don't know. I guess what my haters will say is another failed joke by me. But I thought it was going to be funny. I get a little extra money in my pocket. I thought my rich fans would be like, yeah, Jeff, enjoy Texas and give me some scratch. But instead, a bunch of fucking Reddit trolls and fat lesbian comics from the.
Whoa, you two turns of service. I just got a warning. They're a protected class. Those fat lesbians. You just.
My fault. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I just.
Well, I took mine down just because it seemed like an overwhelmingly negative response, and everyone being like, "This fucking guy has a cyber truck, and he has a nice home, and I don't need the money." They were right.
You know what's funny is fat lesbians are more conservative than Jeff Dye. They're wearing like biker jackets and getting in fistfights outside bars. They're like eating out pit bulls and making creamed corn in big weird pots and going to jail and just committing domestic abuse. They're running valet companies. They don't know the fuck you are, Jeff. Only losers who are obsessed with hating comedy, much like myself, know who you are, Jeff. That's all it is.
Warning, they're a protected class. Those fat lesbians. You just.
My fault. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, I just.
Well, I took mine down just because it seemed like an overwhelmingly negative response, and everyone being like, "This fucking guy has a cyber truck, and he has a nice home, and I don't need the money." They were right.
I need the money.
As a goof, I was doing it as a little goofy.
Okay, so.
Thing.
Okay, so if you would have gotten a lot of money, would you have like more seriously committed to moving?
If I'd have gotten the full amount, yeah, I would have kept it. I wouldn't have refunded everybody. I'd have laughed and been like, successful troll. But the fact that...
Wait, does he not have enough money to move? Dude, it's like moving across Texas is like $5,000. It's not crazy. I'm trying to figure out what his play is now. What was his play with the I think it's kind of sounding like he actually started the GoFundMe because he needed the money to move. He's broke. Okay.
Like so many, I do care.
How is he broke?
Like, I don't want everyone pissed off, all these people getting angry. So
look, LA's expensive. He has a $1,400 payment on his Cybertruck, $500 insurance a month. He's got to have some like TV money and like some residuals from some other stuff, and then he gets spot pay. He does the road, whatever that means. Maybe he's just buying jackets all the time. I don't know. Surely he has like a few. Surely he's got like $4,000 laying around, right?
It's just in my best interest just to take it down.
Okay, so yeah, that brings up a point. So you were trying to raise like 25,000, right?
We just picked that number. I didn't even set it up. My friend did.
Okay, so okay, but if you hit the goal, do you have?
This is the classic. Like, I didn't even want to be an actress. My friend dared me to go on an audition, and then I did. I got an agent. I went on the audition. And I got the movie, and now I'm famous. That's always my friend told me. I was dared.
Okay, so okay, but if you hit the goal, do you have to move then?
I guess. I don't know how it works. I don't really know. I didn't think about it much. I just kind of was doing it. I mean, I guess you'd have to move. Yeah. So you think my haters would contribute to it, don't you think? You think they'd be like, yeah, get his ass out of here. They don't want me in LA, so go ahead.
Yeah, because if you set it up and then you don't move.
Good audio.
That's clearly a grift.
She doesn't even. Howie Mandel's daughter didn't even care about the subject. She was almost just being a little like, let's try to get our own clickbait, and it pissed me off.
Well, she does. Howie Mandel's daughter does have a sick kid. You know that, right?
Don't really care.
Oh, what?
Well, why would that change?
No, I'm saying maybe she's preoccupied. Maybe she didn't do her homework because she's got to deal with her sick son.
Yeah, we've all got stuff, Kev.
Yeah, you don't have sick kids. You don't have sick kids, though.
I know I don't. But
anyway, so when she asked the question,
my dad just died, Kevin. I don't want anyone making fun of me for creating a GoFundMe. So my dad died, everybody. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but that's different than having a sick kid. Your dad's supposed to die.
What's up with the sick? Now, I gotta investigate this.
Jeff, you're on the air.
I gotta investigate this now, folks. I don't think he's thought about a single thing he's ever said in his life. He might be missing a prefrontal cortex. This is an incredible guy. I mean, folks, have you ever seen anybody like this? Have you ever seen anybody who thinks less about the things that come out of their mouth? I like to call this show that I do stream of unconsciousness. That's what it feels like. But him, there's no antenna. There's no nothing. He's the closest thing we have to the caveman. It's caveman comedy. Jeff Dye Howie Mandel. I think if you asked him, what did you just say 20 seconds ago, he would forget. It's a bit like a goldfish speaking. Man, how do these guys... Dude, Howie Mandel and like these people, they go on Rogan. How does this have as like less views than some Lemon Party episodes? Like we're nobody. We are nobody. These people are on Kill Tony, Rogan all the time. He was on huge hit shows. Why does no one... These guys should be bodying us. Absolutely bodying us.
Marc Maron was here, and Marc Maron is getting a lot of kickback for his views.
That's how it goes.
Which aren't positive.
I gotta say, I hate these shows where it's like, it's me and my daughter. Why does she get to sit next to you? Because of she was in your balls at one point? Oh, she was in your balls, so now she gets to sit here. Cool.
That was funny that you asked him, you said, like, you've had problems with comedians. I think that's how you phrased it.
Yeah.
And then he, instead of going through the library of comics that he's had problems with, immediately he goes, I don't think so. I mean, there was this one guy talking shit, Jeff Dye. I was like, what are you, we're starting at me? Like, you had a whole podcast dedicated. Like, WTF was originally supposed to be him going like, hey, you know, how have I wronged you? Like, let's work through it, bud. Like, kind of making amends. But he didn't think of any of those scenarios. He immediately went to a guy that he didn't even know the name of, allegedly, until like a week ago.
Your feelings are hurt very badly, Jeff. Your feelings are hurt very badly. These guys are look, I'm a sensitive guy. These guys, it's on another level.
Before it.
I think that's because, and one of the reasons he brought that up, did he post or did you post on Instagram? You ran into him in the hall at the Comedy Store in the back.
I posted that we buried it. That things were good. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So, and that's what fascinated me.
Sure.
That's what I brought.
That's the story we should be telling.
But I didn't know there was a fight. So I just saw, and the way you posted it, you said you were bearing the hatchet, and I think I was trying to insinuate what was the hatchet.
Oh, yeah. So maybe he knew you were...
Yeah, Howie's a snake. Anything he says, he's just trying to get attention. He's trying to make money. He owns like 80 apartment buildings or something in Los Angeles. It's crazy. The amount of take that guy is into. He's got his hand in everybody's pocket. I've never met him. I imagine I would absolutely detest him. Absolutely detest.
We're talking about that.
I didn't tell him that, but that was the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Any comic who's good with money, I have nothing but disgust for. If you're supposedly a really funny, creative person, but you're also great at like running a business and understanding the markets and being a landlord and good at making investments, if you have the money, that just means, to me, you're a psychopath. You're a lizard. You're a lizard person. You're a psychopathic, cold-blooded. You got scales on your belly. You got to cut your talons every morning. You got big, long claws. You're a Komodo dragon. Howie Mandel is a lizard. He sleeps under a red light. He bathes on a big red rock. He's disgusting. That disgusts me. Being funny means making bad decisions. Sorry. It's what it is. Otherwise, you know what? Otherwise, how about we let everybody on Wall Street start doing the stand-up? How about we let them start writing the jokes? How about everybody at Goldman Sachs? They start taking to the stage. How about them? You're a psychopath.
This is before,
You're an utter psychopath.
he was promoting his special and
now he's just going out.
Jeff Dye, not good at comedy and bad at money. That's interesting. And he has success, supposedly. It's very fascinating. Very interesting. This is the space Jeff Dye resides in. Not a good businessman, not good at marketing himself, not good at comedy, not good at writing jokes, yet he's here. Very interesting phenomenon. He's very late to the game. He's always late to the trends. He has no idea what's going on. He just found out who Jesus Christ was 2 days ago. He just figured out people have been moving to Austin and have started to lean more conservative. Why is he here? He's fills me with existential dread. Why is Jeff Dye here? Why is he here?
It's crazy.
Austin and all those
I don't know why he'd choose to do that. I thought that was a good story and a true story is that, like, I also took a lot of responsibility in that post and just in my own life, where it's like, I was aware that any problem I had with Marc, he didn't care about, and it had nothing to do with me and probably wasn't personal, and it was my shit.
I have no idea what it was.
It was just when I was young, I looked up to him, and he was very rude to me. That's the whole story.
But
and
you said that publicly?
Oh, yeah. And I held on to it for 15 years because I like, more of my comedy is more of like finding like a
dangerous injustice collector. I think if you're in a 3-letter agency and you're watching the show, you keep an eye on Jeff. Keep him on a list. Go to his internet history. Just make sure he's not buying gunpowder and things like that.
Double standard and something.
Right.
And I thought it was interesting as a fan of Marc Maron and listening to WT.
Look how bored she is. Look how bored
finding like a double standard
your
and
Nepo
something.
daughter
Right.
is. Look at her. Cross, looking the other way, frowning. These people are just born on a big bag of money, and it's so undeserving. These two, I don't know how either of these two have you're looking at probably billionaires. Probably close to $1 billion right there. Look at that. Just a worthless mind.
It was interesting as a fan of Marc Maron and listening to WTF. He would often contradict himself, or there'd be some sort of double standard of like he would go on.
I mean, this is what you want to do. You want to be like the Jewish Mr. Robotnik.
Because standard and something.
Right.
And
this is what you want to. This is your legacy. I'm like a Jewy Mr. Robotnik. I'm a guy who tortures woodland creatures and hates. I don't get, what is that? What is the John Deere shirt? Why is he still doing this? Why does he have to still be relevant 5 decades later? It's all very strange.
It was interesting as a fan of Marc Maron and listening to WTF.
I wonder if these people, if they didn't keep moving and do, comedy, have a podcast, try to be relevant, I wonder if they would start chopping people up and putting them in coolers and burying them in their backyard.
He would often contradict himself, or there'd be some sort of double standard of like he would go on, he would like meet some rock star and then be like, that guy was an asshole to me, and I'm like, yeah, doesn't that disappoint?
What happened to you? What was your exact? What
the exact thing was that I was a open micer at Giggles, and he was the headliner that came through in Seattle, Washington, and this is probably 2005.
Okay,
I mean a long time ago, and that's all it was. It just didn't go the way I wanted it to go.
You went up to him?
Oh, so I was one of the opening comedians. I was terrible. I probably had no business doing a weekend, but I was like an open micer and like hungry and excited.
You think the drama would be interesting, but boring. What is the thing? They tried to get drama about him moving to Austin, though? That I gotta find out. And then he says he doesn't care that her kid is sick or something? Something about Burkrow. Really, I just don't care, man. These clips, 200 views. Jesus. Sal's a nice guy. I wonder how he's doing. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Yes, on Bill O'Reilly. These clips get like 100 views. Just stop, dude. You can't be relevant for 50 years unless you're Bob Dylan. You got to reinvent yourself. You can't just keep. I don't know, man. These people just never stop. They're just the biggest narcissists. They can't just sit under a tree and have a really nice sandwich. That's the weird thing too. Like, they have all this money, they could go occupy themselves, they could travel anywhere, they could do anything, and they don't. They just want to do a podcast. They just want to talk to, they want to talk to Bill O'Reilly about Zoran Mamdani. Awesome, man. Then what is the money for? Can I have it? You people have no taste, no interests, no skills. Let me have the money. Let me have it. There's a lot of cool shit I want to do. I could have feeders all over the world. I could pay and salary feeders to feed different races of people in every country, and we could have live 24/7 webcams with microphones. We could watch them eat. We could watch them sleep, watch them bathe. Think of that. A whole network. One person per country. Truman Show style, but for fatties. 400-500 pounders. Every day we eat good. Them eating in their car, going to the hospital, taking weird sponge baths, their caregivers having to wipe their ass. Imagine TLC, but it's 24/7 Truman Show, around the clock. The Goo Man Show. How's that? That's a good idea. See, but I don't have Howie Mandel's money. Howie Mandel has Howie Mandel's money. What does he do with it? Well, he interviews Cheryl Hines about God only knows. He interviews Cheryl Hines and they cut a clip and it gets 50 views. That's awesome. Good for you guys. Good for you guys. Couldn't imagine a bigger waste of time or a life.
My chain. My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?